Hello, hello.
Welcome to our neck of the woods.
I was muted there.
How are you guys doing this afternoon? We're just going to have a lazy day chat, whatever you guys want to get into. We'll interact with chat. We can put the link up if you guys want to come up. Thanks, Betty. All those pictures are either my paintings or our property. I think that's all we have up right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And surrounding little road trips we take with the cart or on the tractor.
Yeah, it's our neck of the woods.
Yep.
We love it in every season. And I haven't done any photography here recently. A lot of those are older pictures, but I think we may have to take a ride.
Yeah,
here real soon. And then I'll come back and I'll flip through all the pictures and we'll get some pictures up for you guys. So yeah, just a lazy Saturday afternoon. Whatever you guys want to chat about. You picked the topic today.
It's all about us.
Hey, Farmer's Son.
Hey,
how you doing? I know there are at least a couple other people out there listening, so it's all you out there in listening land. Welcome, welcome. We're gonna pop the
link in there.
Yeah.
Come on up.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure which picture you're talking about, Betty, on that, but one of them is our driveway. That the one picture here. Hold on a minute.
Actually, our backdrop.
Can I do it this way, or how do I do this?
Remove us from the screen.
Remove. That is the road. That's the road home. I know which picture she's talking about. That's the road home. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing great. Hi, Tracy.
It's a beautiful sunny day outside today. It's warm out.
Just sent little one out
to go bike ride.
Go get some sunshine and fresh air. She was doing some homework. The beauty of homeschooling, again, guys, I can't even stress how important it is. The beauty of it is that if she has a day of the week she's not feeling so hot, hey, Hobbit, we could take that day off and she can just make it up whenever. It's not a rigorous schedule.
Not the way the schools are. Yeah.
We don't do that to her because she doesn't learn that way. She doesn't retain information that way. So,
then there's days she'll get a whole bunch of stuff done and not realize it just because she went right through it. And she just makes up for it.
In our state,
in other ways.
Go ahead, honey. In our state, there's a certain amount of required hours, not days. So that's beneficial.
Looking a little sideways.
Hey, Farmer's Son, how you doing?
Hey, y'all. Can you hear me okay?
We sure can.
We can.
Okay, awesome. What y'all been up to today?
A little bit of this and that.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of anything.
A few chores here and there. And I jumped on here. My brother's moving dirt.
I adopted a new family member today. My Aunt Betty's out there. I love her. Love her. She's just adorable. I just love her.
You see what I've been doing today?
Oh, man, you're having fun.
Well, I pulled a few, but this is why we practice, y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
You bow shoot?
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
You bow shoot?
I don't have a bow. No, I don't have one.
Oh, all right.
That's my little 380. That's my little pocket pistol. I rarely ever shoot it. I decided to go shoot it today.
Got to give them out every once in a while.
Once in a while. Man.
I keep them part of the family.
That's probably the first time I've shot that gun in 9 months. It's been that long.
Wow.
I'm always shooting with my other gun. My 9mm. I shoot with it all the time, but that little pocket pistol, I rarely shoot it. But Other than that, I've been out riding a four-wheeler today. Muddy. It's been raining today, so crazy Saturday.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how you spend a nice. That's a nice lazy Saturday right there. Just going out and having fun and relaxing.
Yeah.
Just gotta relax. Gotta get that in.
Oh yeah, the dogs wanted to go for a run, so I took them for a little ride. Of course, we all got muddy. I had to change clothes and everything.
Yeah, this guy here is kind of bugging me this morning when I took the trash out. Now he's all about the buggy. Time to go for a run.
Yeah, that's right.
And then little one's like, "Hey, can we go down and throw rocks in the creek?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my dog through the lake every day. My dog, I just had to take one of them to the vet for ear infection because he's in and out of the water so much. They told me I had to keep him out of the water for a while.
Oh, yeah.
It happens. That and all the humidity, I guess, doesn't help none.
No. Nope. That's a nice environment for that fungus, huh?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we're just doing a little lazy afternoon today. Not that I don't care about the content, everyone. I really do, but you know, every once in a while, and I was reminded today, every once in a while, it's good to just unwind and have fun, cut up with your friends, you know, cut up with folks that are like-minded. So, yeah, it's awesome.
You know, we all get caught up and hey, everybody in chat. Yeah, we all get caught up in prepping, or I do at least anyway. You get caught up in prepping and trying to do the things that we need to be doing. But sometimes you just have to slow down and live life a little bit.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If you forget what you're prepping for.
And that's the other thing too. Once you get so far, you're not prepping anymore, really. You're
maintaining.
You're just maintaining. Extending. I mean, we're always about 6 months.
Sure.
So no matter what, you know, you're constantly just a little here, a little there, and it just keeps you right at that 6 month line all the time. Rotate and just, you know.
Yeah, you have to stop and live life a little bit, enjoy it, you know. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll just go nuts.
Yeah. And going week to week and getting all your groceries and spending the amount of money you do, you wouldn't realize if you just do it in a 6 month period, buying a cow, you know, getting yourself. I understand if you don't have the space, but if you do get that chance and you get a whole cow, you get a pig, you get, you know, a few chickens. Yes, you have them on property, but you also make sure you have it all in the freezer.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
and
not only that, if you're going to have animals on the property, you got to make sure you got the stuff to feed them with, the stuff to doctor them with, antibiotics, whatever it takes, you know, to take care of animals too.
That's a every 6 months to a yearly thing that you got to think that ahead. You can't do it on the fly because sometimes you don't know what the market's going to be. And, you know, next thing you know, you got a couple extra thousand going out in grain or feed. If you would have thought 6 months prior, you could have got it for a cheap price. Yeah. You know,
sure.
That's just just, you know, thinking, you can't think on the fly. Thinking on the fly is an emergency thing.
It is. You know, everything's going up. The price of everything's going up. So it's best to go ahead and buy it now and pay less for it now than it will be later.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also try to, you know, if you can buy in bulk, if you got the storage methods or you can learn the storage methods, buy in bulk, you'll save more money too. So, and when I say that, I don't mean, you know, run to Costco's or Sam's Club or any one of those places. We actually, you can find country bulk stores and they're happy.
I got mud on my arm.
No, they're real happy to sell you an entire 50-pound bag of sugar or flour, so they don't got to break it up for smaller, you know, sales. They love that. We just put an order in, like we'll do grains and sugars and like baking stuff. We'll do all that in one order, and then we'll go pick that up, and then later on, we'll save back up, and then we'll put our order into our local meat shop. We got an Amish meat store that we go to, and all the animals
awesome.
The animals are farm raised. They're all local farmers, and I can tell you where every one of the farms is that they use. Yeah. So and that's really nice, because then you call up and you put in an order for a quarter of a cow, and and then they'll tell you, look, we're getting ready to do one next week or 2 weeks from now, and then it's great. Just you have to be able to plan it out to where you've got that overhang, and buying in that way, you got the whole rest of the year. You don't have to worry about meals. You don't have to worry about food and all that.
Yeah. All you really got to worry about then is vacuum sealing or canning or whatever it is you got to do to preserve it. Right. You know, that's where the real work comes in right there.
Yeah.
Well, we do a lot
of. Got done last weekend doing a bunch of canning.
Yeah.
Some tomatoes, some peppers, and made some mustard relish.
Oh yeah, and salsa.
And salsa.
All my favorite things.
You did that last weekend.
We do the dry canning, and we do a lot of dehydrating. We're blessed in that way because we're kind of set up like the Amish are. We're multi-family on one property, and so where one part, one family does one bit, and then the other family does the other bit, and it's really helpful.
Kind of works back and forth.
Yeah.
And our mom, she gets in her stuff too.
Oh yeah.
She dehydrates a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I need to get some dehydrator.
Yeah. Well, you can make a solar dehydrator. Won't cost you much. You probably have stuff laying around the house. You're a farmer, son. I imagine you got stuff laying right around there.
Oh yeah, we got 10, whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good project.
Yes.
Write that down.
Hey, have you ever heard of a solar kiln? Anybody out there?
I have. Oh, I've heard of one. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wanting to do something like that.
I hear a lot of people talk about they can't afford to prep and that kind of stuff, and I've actually been working on an idea for a video this week. I don't know when it'll come out, but I've been writing down everything I can think of, ways to prep without spending money, and something like that'll probably be the title to the video. But I've been writing down some things, and you can do a lot. Even if you're in between paychecks or whatever, you can go check the dates on your canned goods. There's so many different things you can do.
Yeah. And learn how to barter. Barter is invaluable, man. I love bartering. And Farmer's Son, I don't know, were you here yesterday? We were talking about we're getting ready. There's a couple of us that are going to start. We're going to start exchanging seeds and cuttings with each other. And there's not going to be any cost. This is us exchanging and reaching out across the land.
Seeds for seeds,
Yeah. So, and that doesn't mean if you don't have seeds and you want to get started and you want to be part of this, we're not going to include you, because by all means, we will do our best to include you. This is about getting people out there. And so
actually,
if you're interested in that, if you're interested in taking part in that with us, send us an email. We'd love to have you come along. Right now, we got some pawpaw and some huckleberry that we've got lined up. I've got elderberry that I'm going to be doing clippings in the spring. All kinds of stuff. But we're going to be working with heirloom.
Elderberry is it's so good for you. Elderberry is got so many good properties to it. We've got it. It grows we've got a large variety of stuff that just grows out here in the wild. Blackberries, elderberries, on the property out here. And so we're very blessed and all that.
Yeah, I just did a short little video tour thing that day when I did my tour, and we have a black raspberry, red raspberry, and blackberry.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, if it's just behind the house, white raspberry.
Mm-hmm.
So even though the three of the same type, just different species.
But they grow wild on our land.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
so we're going to start doing that and start spreading the love.
That's good. We got like blackberries, we got mayhaws, if you know what those are.
Mayhaw, yeah.
Mayhaw, yeah. We got some mayhaws back there. They're hard to get to. It's so growed up back in there. But we got some different varieties of stuff that I go back there and pick. And I love blackberry jam, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I got a lady from our church that she knows the right recipe and how to make it. And I just take the berries to her and she does the rest. Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely, Betty. That'll help. So yeah, I mean,
yeah.
you guys, I think this is going to be something that we can do and share, spread the idea, get them set up all over the place. And I think this would be something that would help people. It's not going to cost you anything. Maybe you got to send a couple stamps to help somebody else out to get it to you.
Sure.
There wouldn't be that kind of a cost, but we're trying
to do
it where it doesn't cost, as in you don't have to buy anything. You just say, hey, does anybody in the group have like a dwarf lemon tree or like a whatever? I'm interested in doing something like that because they have like an all season greenhouse that they're doing, because that's what we're aiming towards. So we're going to try for the all season, and we can have different types of fruits, vegetables that, and then everybody with whatever seeds we have left over and we got, will be more than welcome, here.
Yeah.
Sure.
And of course, the heirloom.
If anybody out there listening has comfrey seeds, comfrey, I would love to have some comfrey seeds. That would be excellent. Just putting that out there real quick.
Yeah.
I wanted to make mention of that.
My dad is kind of in charge of all the gardening stuff around here. Me and him are just alike, which is not real good. We butt heads a lot.
Well,
you know what I mean? But he's 70-something years old and he's farmed all his life, and I can't go out there and say nothing. I can't go out there and do nothing to that garden. If I touch it, he claims if something dies, it's all my fault.
Yep.
So I just let him do his thing, and we usually have a great garden every year. And but yeah, me and him, the garden, and we butt heads a lot. So I grow a few things up here on my part of the property, and he does his stuff down there. And of course, we always have plenty. But me and him butt heads on gardening stuff. I just had to say, I turned it over to the Lord. The Lord said, just let him do it.
There you go.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you want.
What you do, what you gotta do,
Yeah.
I was gonna say something else. These lovely ladies and gentlemen that we have in chat, they're awesome. So we are going to be building a sun oven, a solar cooker. That's going to be one of Raina's school projects. So we're probably going to do that as a show for you guys.
Cool.
And it's probably not going to be that much longer. And of course, we're going to do it on a budget-friendly thing where you're not going out and buying a whole bunch of stuff, because that's just, we try to keep everything real budget-friendly for everybody. Any advice that we give, I try to tell you if you can get it for $1, you know what I mean? Because somebody somewhere is going to sell it for $1. And, so we try to do that. We try to keep everything real budget friendly, any advice we give. And that way it'll help everybody out,
Well, you with your prepping homesteader type YouTube pages, you got people that are just out there trying to make money. But then you got some people like us who are just trying to help others, and you have to kind of go through the weeds to find the good stuff to watch.
You do, you really do, but you get there eventually. I mean, there's a little bit of swamp everywhere, right?
Sure.
So share some of your knowledge with us. What are some of the key tips you try to give your folks?
I just basically do it one day at a time. Prepping can, people think they need to go and empty or charge a bunch of stuff on the charge cards and all that, and just basically go in debt. You don't have to do it that way. You can do one canned good at a time. Ever how little a bite you need to take. You can prep it slow and start out slow, and then just work it. Because not everybody's I'm sorry.
I was just going to add something to that because it was just seemed like an ideal spot. But even if you're going and getting food from a food bank, if you learn how to make that food stretch, like our moms used to do, like our grandmoms used to do, and they'd make that food stretch, and learn how to stretch a meal, and that is invaluable as well, So even if you're going to a food bank, guys, there are ways for you to have food put back. There are ways for you to do it. You just have to figure those things out. And if you want specific help, you're always welcome to ask. If I don't know, I'll ask somebody that does, or I will find you a resource of somebody that knows.
And, there's, like I said, there's good with bad with YouTube stuff. But, dude, look it up on YouTube. That's what brought me to YouTube. I had somebody bought me a new rifle, and I had to figure out how to take the bolt out of that rifle. That's what actually brought me to YouTube. So, of course, I learned how to do that. That was the first thing I did. But then I started watching other channels and seeing what they were doing and talking about. And that's what actually brought me into being a content creator and stuff on YouTube. Was because I needed to learn stuff. And I still learn stuff on here every day.
Oh, every day, right? I know.
Every day. Every day, yeah.
I learned how to make my own baking powder. I was so tickled pink because they put aluminum in the stuff you buy off the shelf. And baking powder can be used in place of yeast for those people who want to bake their own breads and stuff. But, there's all kinds of nifty little things that you just got to learn them,
You can make your own Clabber Girl, can't you?
That's right.
Yeah. That's an old brand. They still make that stuff too.
And if I had to go to the store, that's the brand I'd get because that's the brand my grandma used and my mom used.
Yep.
And even though I'm not real big on that brand loyalty now that I know what it's all about, but there are some things when you bake or when you're jellying or canning, there's certain things that you go out and you're like, Grandma used this or Grandpa or and you're like, well, it was good enough for them because they're way pickier than we are, right? So it's good enough for me. And sometimes you have to remember those things in order to go forward, Good things.
There's very few things that I'm brand loyal on, but sliced cheese is one of them. I don't know why. I just don't like any other sliced cheese. I have to have Kraft. Like I said, that's about the only one. But most of everything else, I can buy the great value version or whatever. It don't bother me, but I got to have Kraft cheese. And I think everybody has that one thing they're just not going to give up on.
We actually live rather close to Walnut Creek products, and almost everywhere across the United States they sell Walnut Creek brand, and people don't realize we live right down the road from it, literally. And so we're in big cheese company. Anytime you see Gudisberg, that's made locally, local to us, and all that stuff. We got all that good stuff. So
we have a
Go ahead.
We have a dairy right here that's about 20 miles away from me. The name of it is Wright's, WRIGHTS, Wright's Dairy. Okay. And you talk about the best chocolate milk you ever put in your mouth. You go over and buy some of that stuff. It's good.
Yeah, local dairies are always better. Yeah. We used to have Goshen Dairy around these parts, but they all
went out of business.
But that was a real local thing, and Goshen Dairy ice cream shops, man, they were a big deal, and every household bought Goshen milk. you know.
Yeah. We had the same thing down here, but it was Barber's milk, Barber's brand.
Your local?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still have
Barber's
quite a
was
few
our
local
local.
dairies,
Yeah.
but they I think we only have 1 or 2 local dairies here in Ohio that sell to Ohio and don't ship out their milk.
Yeah, they don't go outside the state. But
I tell you, you get to some of these Amish farms, and you can go up and you can say, you know, how much is it going to cost me before it's pasteurized, right? You can get it with the cream on top and all that. So
Sure.
We used to buy from a guy, and I had a paper route at the time, so it was wonderful because I always hit his farm right after milking, so I got it nice and warm, and he would set me up with a couple jugs of.
I'm drinking straight out of the cow. It's, you know, it's a different experience. I mean, you know, when I was little, you know, we had dairy cows and cows just for that. And every morning, go out there with that bucket and milk them. And I mean, the milk didn't smell necessarily good, but it tasted great. You know, it was a good tasting milk. But
yeah, it's
the
first
smell
time I had oxygen.
yeah, yeah. But you know, the smell I didn't really care for. But man, it tasted awesome. Good tasting milk.
All right, hey, real quick. So Maria, when we do the bulk buying for our dry goods, all right. So I already mentioned I do dry canning, and so I'll dry can flour. I will dry can beans, rice, oats, sugar. I usually just put that in. We have one big baker bin that we bought from a
local restaurant store.
Yeah, a local restaurant store that's like restaurant surplus stuff, and they can order new stuff and all that. So, and we'll go there and we'll get restaurant quality storage and all kinds of stuff there for half the cost. You know,
no oxygen absorbers on sugar, otherwise you'll have a brick.
Right. But we make our own oxygen absorbers too, though, for what we do use them
actually.
for. So, and that's real simple. You can make your own oxygen absorbers, like thousands of oxygen absorbers, for about $6.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's simple, and there are ways you can dry those back out too, guys, because all an oxygen absorber is silica sand. So you can take those once they're all used up and they're not working for you anymore, and you put them on a cookie sheet, drop them in the oven at a low temperature, and let them dry back out. And there you go. They're good as new.
Yep.
Yeah. I made my own desiccant packs for all my ammo cans. You know, because you got to keep ammo pretty well dry or it'll start rusting or whatever. But I just made them out of coffee filters and rice. And that's what I used for my ammo cans. And it's worked pretty well.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you can do that. And there's so many things, you know, there really is. But that's what I do. If I buy 50 pounds of flour, I'll dry can it in the oven. And it's sealed up. It's good. I'm not going to have any worries or any problems with it.
Now, when it comes like the flour, since you do use a lot, it's good to get the quart or the half-gallon size mason jars.
Yeah.
Because you go through quite a bit of flour. So, so once you open it, you got to, you know, you're going to be using it. So if you put it in quarts, you're going to be going through a lot of quart jars.
Yeah, and we tend to do stuff like that in the bigger jars, like you said. We do.
Like the oatmeal.
Yeah, stuff like that you're going to use it once it's open. Yeah, do that. If it's something, a specialty flour that you have that you want to store, just in case, you know, you can do smaller portions of that. You can even do, in some instances, you can do an entire dry mix recipe, and it does shorten the shelf life, putting other ingredients in there, right? But you can do that, and then you'll have the whole mix. All you got to do is take the jar. You can take it camping with you. We've done that. We've done dry mix, pancake mix, and we'll do our own, and then we'll take it with us. All we got to do is heat water over the fire and pour it in there, and you know,
that's all you got to do.
It will do it. Yeah, it's so, and I like stuff like that. And if it's dehydrated, it's less weight to carry too, and that's the other thing to think about. Like if you I'm kind of a prepper mind, but I also have a little bit of that survivalist mind going on, you know. So, however we can do it, where and there's also storage. I mean, we don't have unlimited storage, so we're always
Ain't
coming
that a
up with
fact?
creative ideas on where to store things, how to store things, what is the best use of the space that we do have. Um, and so those are all kind of things that you factor in when you buy in bulk or when you buy meat in bulk. Even like you have to have a place to store it or a way to cure it or dehydrate it beforehand already in
Sure.
place,
Yeah.
you know.
Need to have that planning.
Or if you're going to cook up 30 meals in 2 days so that you can have freezer meals and all you have to do is heat them up, that's fine too. But you know, you have to have some sort of plan before you go do this. And I think maybe I didn't mention that because we've been doing that for so many years that the plan's already there. You know, we already know what we're going to do when we buy our meat. Like we buy the chicken breast, they're still together. You know, we have to process those a little bit more before we can store those up in the freezer. And then our family likes ground chicken too. I'll replace ground beef with ground chicken or ground deer, you know, in recipes. And we kind of switch that stuff up and we make it work when we've come up with the things that we like, you know.
Me
So
and my sister argue over chicken all the time. She thinks white meat is best. I like the dark meat. It has more flavor.
Well, more iron in dark meat.
Yeah, I don't like dark meat either. I can't
That's
eat it.
thing.
It makes my stomach sick because of
it is good
because of the iron
I love
content.
dark meat.
If you need iron, there you go. Eat some dark meat.
But I would always
tip there.
Yeah, I'd always give my dark meat to my brother because he loved it too, and so it always works out, you know. But
Sure.
it's good for soups and cream, like a cream gravy. You don't know. My mom always used to make cream of chicken and cream of turkey out of what leftover bird we had, and then we'd have that over biscuits or bread or what have you. Mashed potatoes. Also,
Yes.
you know, something that people can think about to help them prepare is when you're planting your garden, right? Try to look into what crops you can leave winter over in the ground. Like if all you got to do is put another mound of dirt on top and they'll store right in the ground. There's no moving them. There's no storage space taken up, you know. Consider those kind of things as well. And then
Potatoes, onions.
ahead, plan ahead.
And also plan your garden around what you eat. Don't plant stuff you don't eat. A lot of people do that. I don't understand. Of course, you can barter it. You can do that, but plan your garden around the stuff that you eat or the stuff that you use on a daily basis. Of course, that's common sense
and what's
around
good
here.
for your diet, as well as and also have to add in there, follow your blood type.
That's so important.
It's very important to know what your blood type is and then follow the diet that is actually recommended for your blood type, because that will keep you
healthier naturally,
and more aligned with what you really need.
And that doesn't mean you can't eat stuff that's not on absolutely. That list. It just means that, and you'll look at these lists and you'll go, oh, hey, I do kind of favor that a little bit, right? I kind of favor that a little bit. So you know, a lot of people, and it's just like what you said, plant what you eat. A lot of people do. You got at least 2 or 3 vegetables in there that they can just pull off the vine and chow down on, and they love it, you know.
Yes.
And if you've never done that in your life, go find a garden and ask if you can pluck a tomato and just eat that sucker right off the vine, and you'll never be happier.
Yeah. We've always planted our own peanuts. That's a big crop in Alabama. Down around Dothan, there's peanut capital of the world down there. But we've always planted our own peanuts, watermelons. You know, anything that we like to eat, we just plant it, and put those peanuts on a cookie sheet and put them in the oven. You know, you can't beat it.
Heck yeah. We had a lot of chestnuts up here, so every winter these are the kind of people that we like to live around, and it's wonderful because they'll set up a little table, one of those little fold-out tables in the front yard. Come rain, shine, or snow, there's a basket full of chestnuts out there, like $2 a bag, and there's a little can sitting there. And you know, there's nobody out at that table. But most folks, because they buy those chestnuts from those people every year, you know, and it's just a wonderful thing, you know.
Yeah, we used to do the same thing with pecans. We've got 3 huge pecan trees. We don't sell them anymore. We give them away to people we like, or friends, and that. We give them as Christmas gifts sometimes. But yeah, we've done the same thing with pecans.
Wow,
that's awesome.
That is cool because they're worth a lot of money.
Yeah,
I mean it's
nice camo.
My mom does.
I remember. Go ahead.
She's on a certain diet, and she uses for all her certain proteins and whatnot. She eats nuts, but what she does is we have a called Trailside Deli and Market, and it's run by the Amish. Good family, real nice family, but they sell salted as well as unroasted, unsalted raw nut, and she eats all those in just a little small container. I don't even know if how small. It's probably no bigger than like this or so. About, I don't know. I like that. About that deep. Getting a picture there. Almost $6 for the pecans.
Hey. Yep.
Yeah. It's not very many. It's just under a pound.
And I bet pecans are grow up here too. We have a lot of nut trees.
Oh yeah. When I was a kid, I wanted my mom. I think I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade when this happened. I wanted my mom to go buy some apples because I wanted to take an apple to the teacher at school. That's back old school we used to do that stuff. And because everybody would bring the teacher an apple, and they got praise for it and all that, Well, Mama didn't do that. She bagged up a sack of pecans and wanted me to take that. And I thought, she ain't gonna like that. She loved them.
Absolutely loved them, didn't she?
Yeah.
Something a little different.
I was a stupid kid. Yeah, I was a stupid kid back then,
Because my brother likes making roasted pecans. He takes them and does that salt and the sugar and sits and roasts them with the salt and the sugar until they're all candied. And oh man,
I just like them right out of the shell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try growing my own ginger this year. I haven't tried it before, but I'd like to have my own ginger crop, for sure.
Never been big on ginger.
But there's a lot of medicinal value to ginger, though. Even if you don't like it for the culinary uses, it's got a lot of really good medicinal values.
I heard
lovely.
I heard that that's good for motion sickness and stuff too.
Yeah, it's really good for digestion, upset stomach. And then they'll candy it. They'll, fruit and slivers and candy the ginger. When Raina was little, anytime she had an upset stomach or anything, I would just give her a piece of candy ginger, and gone.
That's good.
Now, she likes stuff like that. We do fermented garlic cloves, and she likes those. And she got started on those garlic stuffed olives, and so now we keep them on hand, like especially through the wintertime, just because I know for a fact I'll get that girl to eat garlic, a couple cloves a day, and she's right back to
love garlic. I love garlic. I can't stand onions, but I love garlic.
I love onions.
Yep.
I love onions and garlic. Oh,
garlic, leek, spring onions. Yeah. All of them. Small to big on the garlic. All of the elephant garlic.
I'm a big fan of the brassicas, of all the brassicas. We love cabbage. We love our cabbage. I always joke around. I say that's my Irish coming out.
Asparagus.
I like all those vegetables.
Carrots. Now, see, I'm not much of a green bean fan, unless it's unfortunately in the can from the store. But fresh, I've never been able to get past green beans.
I love fresh peas.
You know, we always grew those purple hull peas. And I mean, year after year after year after year, Mama would can them and put them up, and I just got to the point one year. It was about 8 years ago. I said, I'll never eat another purple hull pea in my life. I'm done with it.
Man, we have a great chat.
I can't see it. Hello, everybody in chat.
Hey, have a good day out there, Shipwreck. We see you. Have a great day out there.
Shipwreck.
Yeah.
Southern Patriot.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I
like
him.
He's a good dude.
I recommended that Back to Basics book, and he went ahead and got it. And he came on and commented the other day that he was going to use some of those things in there to give set up lessons for his kids for homeschooling this year. I thought that was just fantastic. We do a lot of that kind of stuff.
You can't beat that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Kids ain't taught nothing useful anymore. I mean, they just really
ain't. They need to have, and you know, it's hard when, like, Raina likes to game and stuff, and she's all into the technology stuff, but you know, we're trying to keep it where she's educated about that and responsible use and how to respect others on that type of platform. Sure. And she's really got the face-to-face stuff down. I give her that. That girl she's got her dad's charm and social abilities. Like, thank goodness, right? But yeah, she doesn't have my tongue trippers and whatnot. So, but trying to balance that, you know, keeping her up on the tech stuff but also giving her that, the value of hands-on learning, you know, that value thing. Sometimes she fights us on it. Most times she doesn't. She's really good. We're very proud of her. We love her so much. But, you know, every time she does try to fight me on some of the, come on, let's go learn about some stuff. And I'll get that, oh, Mom, I don't feel like it today. And it just kind of like, wait a minute. I'll take it all away. I will take it all away. Like
that didn't fly. That didn't fly on the farm. Come on, son. It'd be Saturday morning. I'd be right in the middle of my cartoons or whatever. Son, there's fences that need mended. Get up, let's go. But Daddy, you know, whatever's on. Scooby-Doo's on, Dad. It don't matter. Fences got to be fixed or the cows get out, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that stuff didn't fly on the farm around here.
Yeah.
You had to go, you had to go.
Yeah, it's I mean, you know, but you want to make sure that they know what's going on in the world today too. You don't want to keep that from them. You want them to have like both skill sets.
Sure. Absolutely.
To adapt in the environment. Yes.
I was just being lazy watching cartoons.
That's like every kid our age at that time.
Sure. Yeah. But you know, you learn the value of hard work so quick around, like in places like a farm and that kind of stuff. We never had central air or heat. We had wood heat. I grew up with wood heat. All the kids on the bus called me Woody because everything I owned smelled like smoke. You know,
like smoke.
Oh yes, and you know, we had a saying about firewood. Firewood will warm you up multiple times.
Spicy.
And,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
It warms you up when you're cutting it. It warms you up when you're loading it. It warms you up when you're stacking it, and then it warms you up in the heater after all that.
You don't realize. It's good to have. We like it. We enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
We do. It is a lot of work. That is for sure.
It is a lot of work.
As long as you pace everything out, you never have a problem.
We basically cut wood all summer to burn it all winter.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we have a small stove. It's not big, but we don't have a big house either. I mean, so it heats this whole entire place up without an issue.
Sure.
The other thing is too is, you know, we will be putting an ad on And I'm going from 2x4 to 2x6, thicker walls.
Yeah.
And the ceiling too. There's a trick I learned, and I need it. It's got to be that thick for it to work. At the minimum.
Better insulation and all that.
Yeah, and airflow too. The way I learned how to do it, sun can beat down on it all at once, and you wouldn't even feel the radiation from it. You know, from the radiant heat on the inside of the house. You don't feel it. You know. I'm gonna give it a try.
Sure.
And I'm gonna change everything else on this one if that ends up working the way it should.
Sorry.
What you sorry for?
Oh, I'm reading. I can't read and talk
quick.
at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Usually that's what I'm doing.
Hey, any out there ever heard of wilted lettuce? My mom used to make it when I was a kid, and I loved it. And I looked everywhere for years for a recipe for wilted lettuce because my mom passed when I was young, and so I never got to that. Hey, show me. She showed me a couple times, but I was young and I was thinking about other things in La La Land, and
Sure.
So I looked for that recipe for years called wilted lettuce, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I found bacon ranch dressing, and that was almost, not quite, almost exactly how my mom did it. Only you put the lettuce into the pan as well, and you heat the lettuce a little bit, wilt it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Man, oh man, I found it and I made it the other day, and then was looking up some stuff for Maria the other day and came across the recipe for wilted lettuce. I thought, you're kidding me.
I had the recipe the whole time.
So my mom used to make this cookie too. She called it Moonlight Roses.
You think we found that one?
And well, if we didn't, I might just make something up. But it had molasses and peanut butter and corn syrup in it. I knew for certain.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. I've never been able to find a recipe with that name on it,
No,
or anything related. So I might just try to make it myself because I think it's probably like a no bake, a little bit like a no bake. So I think I may try it myself.
We used to have those chocolate oatmeal peanut butter cookies. Everybody calls them goat drop cookies. We called them cow patty cookies because we made big.
Yeah, cow patties.
They're always been good.
There, Camper Man or Camel Carl.
Oh right. Oh, he's got the RV we want.
Yep.
Happy dog.
Yeah, we keep looking at RVs, and every night we end up over on like the military trucks that have been converted into RVs, and I love them, man. I think those are I want one of those things to drive around in, right?
Shoot, yeah, man. They're piled up off the ground. They're four-wheel drive. They're ready to go. A lot of them even run off multiple different types of gasoline or jet fuel, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I bet diesel is probably going to be the that's another thing, when you consider your vehicles and stuff, diesel vehicles, they not only do they have more life, more engine life, right? More transmission life usually.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But you can use other fuel sources for diesel engine.
Biodiesel. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. The older they are, the better they are usually, because stuff was made to last back then. It wasn't made to be replaced in 3 months to a year.
My dad has one rule on this farm. He will not own a gas burner tractor. Every tractor he has to be a diesel, and he has 17 different tractors.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. Now, a lot of them he's restored. He's got some old ones he restored.
Yeah. And, stuff like that is stuff that you consider, it's all great, all this modern technology, but when you're making stuff simply to make more money at making more stuff,
sure.
It becomes a problem. It used to be you could go buy a nice solid piece of furniture and it wasn't going to peel up and tear up on you. in a couple of years. That stuff was going to last for your life. You were going to pass it on to your kids, and then it was going to get passed on to the grandkids.
Oh yes.
And so the stuff was made. It was made with pride, and it was made to last.
That back-breaking stuff, that back-breaking furniture, that stuff, it was so doggone heavy, you knew it was going to last. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it wasn't going nowhere.
Nope.
I don't care if a tornado ripped the roof off your house. That bedroom
Still
set
there.
was still standing right there.
Yep. Heavy stuff.
Yeah, and
what we're going to try for is doing some like spindles and things. We still got to get some more equipment to be able to, like lathes and whatnot. But we do simple furniture.
That's good.
But there's an old 18th century style lathe that I want to try to set up out here and use, and it's no electric or anything. It's that rope and the pole.
You put a donkey or something on the track. Yeah.
We'll see you later, Southern Patriot.
Well, I think
Shipwreck.
Go ahead.
I said, see you later, Shipwreck.
Oh yeah, later, Shipwreck. Have a good day out there, man. I wonder if they're going up to the coon camp. He checked out. He's got a coon camp set up for him, and he had his boy up there with him the other day.
Yeah, I saw it. But, I was glad he didn't waste the coon meat. I was hoping he wasn't going to waste that meat, but he didn't. So that's good.
Yeah, he fried her up.
I actually have an old hillbilly cookbook. Tells you how to cook coon and possum and groundhog and all that good stuff.
My dad's 1/4 Cherokee, and they're taught certain things, and he taught me a long time ago. You don't kill an animal unless you plan on using every part of it.
Yes, that's the way I look at it.
You don't waste God's creatures. God made that thing. He gave it life. You have no right to take its life unless you're going to eat it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a good example, too, to the kids to respect life because, part of that's knowing where your food comes from. And that's a blessing of living on a farm. Is where your food comes from. You have a healthy respect for everything that you've been through with that food, that food's been through to provide you life, And I was actually just talking about that earlier with someone. And, a lot of that's been taken out of the house. A lot of that's been taken out and some of it intentionally, some of it I think unintentionally. But you say grace and you thank God for your food, but do you know where that comes from? Can you give thanks also for the life that you
have to, part of the whole Indian or Native American thing is you have to give thanks to that animal as well. Because the Indian stuff or the Native American lore is if you see an animal, it has presented itself to you. Okay, you take the animal, you harvest it, but you have to give thanks to that animal for showing itself to you.
Yeah. Yeah. We're big on that. And I think it's important that the kids learn that, there are things that and they've just gotten lost through time and laziness to some extent, all that convenience made it really inconvenient.
Dad, let me tell you a little story. I've got a sister that's about 6 years younger than I am. My dad used to always barbecue a goat on 4th of July. Well, he loads me and my sister up in the truck one day and says, we're going to get a goat. You want to go? Of course, we both loaded up. Let's go get a goat. I didn't think about what day it was. Okay. We got up there. He selected the goat. They hung that thing up there, cut its throat. I'm talking about my sister's, you talk about she had nightmares about that. But, we got taught real quick. Real quick, we got taught, hey, this is food. This is not,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. But you gotta know how to teach the kids that. You gotta know how they gotta know that that's part of life. It's not just coming off of a grocery store shelf.
Right. And we have our own cows, or Dad has his own cows here. We usually send one off to the slaughterhouse about twice a year.
Oh, that feeds you good a lot.
Oh, it does.
We can make a hind quarter last us almost a year. And we're a small family, but yeah, just about a year, a hind quarter.
Yeah.
So having the whole cow, I imagine that's some good eating right there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. My dad gets most of it because it is his cow, but I usually go and help him load it and unload it and help him, get it to the slaughterhouse. He gives me usually about 8 or 9 pounds of meat, for helping him out.
Not bad.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know why they stopped doing the London broil cut. I want to change it to top round. I think they changed the name just to increase the price. And you used to be able to get London broil pretty cheap. Now it's like half these new butchers, if they're not my age or older, they don't even know what a London broil cut is.
Well, they kind of did the same thing with the T-bone. The T-bone and the porterhouse is basically the same cut, from what I understand. It's 2 different names.
Yeah, they can charge more for the porterhouse, and it's less meat because there's no bone.
Right.
They went ahead and deboned. Well, the thing about that is what you're losing is all that marrow and all that good nutrient from the bone.
Yep.
So, having said that, I can't eat chicken that's cooked on the bone. It makes me sick because I had food poisoning a couple years back, and I just never got over that taste of chicken being cooked on the bone.
I understand that.
Now I buy the deboned.
Yeah, I can eat just about any meat off the bone. We've always done, in the fall, quail hunting season, or not quail, but dove hunting season comes, and we'll kill our quail and eat them. Hey, they're good.
Yeah. At Camo, we're in Northeast Ohio. Camo, Carl. We're in Northeast Ohio. Not that far from you, neighbor.
You're from Alabama?
Yeah, I'm in Alabama.
You think peanuts will grow up here? Or do they like that hot, humid?
Alabama.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, do you think peanuts will grow up here?
I don't know what kind of...
I don't know. I don't see no reason why they wouldn't. I think peanuts will grow just about anywhere, It never has crossed my mind.
Got to try it sometime.
I'd like to try my hand at that.
Yeah. Oh man, they're good. Like I said, put them on that cookie sheet and toast them in the oven. Great after a big supper, man. They're just perfect. Of course, if you got honey, you can drizzle some honey on them. Oh yeah, way to go.
Toss them in some cinnamon.
Do that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so we're really interested in doing this where we can trade off crops from. We've got some huckleberries going to come our way. He's going to do cuttings in the spring and send them to us. And I'm really excited about that because they're coming from California, Northern California. I'm hoping they'll grow here in Ohio. I don't think that's too much of a big seasonal difference. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I love huckleberry, man. Oh,
I've never had a huckleberry. I've never had a huckleberry.
I have. They're delicious. They're their own flavor. I mean, you could try to compare them, but you really can't. Like it's like a blueberry,
Oh yeah.
You can't really compare. A blueberry is a blueberry.
You just have to eat it to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see. I'm gonna reach out to some of our Canadian brothers and sisters and see if some of them can send me some of that Saskatoon berry clippings, and maybe we can get some Saskatoon berries growing down here too. I'm really excited about the prospects of being able to trade, crops and clippings, seeds and clippings with other folks, and really just encourage everybody to have a wide variety.
Have you ever had a muscadine or a skelpidine?
Yes, muscadine grapes.
Yeah, muscadine and skelpidine, I think the other one's called. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, They make scoop and egg jelly with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We live in Amish country, so we see a lot of muscadine jelly and scoop and egg nog jelly.
They make wine of it out here. They make wine, muscadine wine.
Nice. I think I've had that before.
Probably.
Well, I don't drink wine, so if it's like a home wine, like a cellar wine, I can do that. I can do the natural fruit wine sometimes, but there's something like I've had elderberry wine and all that, you know, made in a jug right in the basement, that kind of stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
But to go buy wine out of the bottle, I can't drink it. I take one sip and I immediately have a headache.
I don't drink anymore. I quit drinking in '96, and I haven't drank since.
Right? And we don't drink. I mean, that's not a part of our daily lives or anything. Every once in a while, you know. But it's a great while. I mean, usually alcohol in this house is kept on hand to make extracts or to disinfect an area.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. There's no desire really there to drink any of it. We joke around with people though, you know, we like to have fun and joke around with people. There were days when we did drink and I don't knock anybody that does. It's just,
I don't either because I've been there and I've done that, you know, do what you do, you know.
Yeah.
My dad makes a cough syrup, and it's got bourbon in it, and it's got honey, and I think it's got peppermint oil and some other stuff in it, and it works pretty good.
Oh yeah, that stuff will cure what ails you. You know, that was the thing back in the day. You know, you got sick, they were making you a hot toddy, and usually it had bourbon or whiskey or some kind of alcohol in it, and that was to kill off the germs. That was your antiseptic. You know, it wasn't. It wasn't for recreational uses so much back then.
Right.
But we'll buy a big bottle of vodka and I'll make extracts. And I plan on actually doing something on that.
That's good.
When I do, I got to restart everything on that. Because I'd moved stuff around as we were remodeling and, you know, we lost some stuff. So I'm probably going to be doing one on that. And yeah, grain alcohol or vodka. Make yourself an extract.
This is an old back in Prohibition days, you had alcohol like this. This one says, it says, hang on, let me find it. It says, the Chattanooga Medicine Company on it. But it's liquor, you know. And people would go to the doctor back in the 20s, you know, you couldn't buy it off the shelf back then. And my this is hurting, and my that is hurting, and wink, winky. Okay, look, I'll write you a prescription. You know,
a
lot of that going on back in those days. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. It's like there's always been a government overreach, and there's always been loopholes people find to get through it.
Yep.
So, but yeah, but you know, there's always. That's the other thing, you know, you want to get stuff, you want to keep things that are going to be multifunctional, you know.
Sure.
You can trade with that. You can use that for
Oh man, you're talking about a barter. You're talking about a barter item now. Booze is a barter item too. You know?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And you could.
Yeah.
The thing is, you can barter booze today. You don't even need anything to fail.
Right.
You can go out and barter booze today.
You can go out there and say, "Hey, I like that pocket knife. I can give you a fifth for it." Okay.
Okay, what's up? Oh, Bonnie, we have never put blocks in.
You can just let them go.
Yeah.
You can show.
You know,
as long as it's not an F-bomb.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want anybody doing attacks over here or like, you know, triggering stuff. But other than that, we don't.
Yeah. And it's an automatic thing YouTube's doing. So you kind of got to go with it a little bit.
It does that on Liberty too. Okay.
Yeah, it's those things that we do.
Well, they finally recognize we're here then, I guess.
Yep. They don't like us.
Great. Now they see
ourselves. They don't like us.
And that's fine. Just use your best judgment, you guys. We trust you where you wouldn't have wrenches. if you want to pop up people's channels, you know, anybody in here that comes in and they've got a channel and you guys want to pop it in chat, by all means do so. That's how we help each other. That's how we build each other. I know Jeff's in here. If anybody's got Jeff Riddle's channel, I don't know. Jeff, you're not in here on a regular basis. I don't know if you have a wrench or not, but if you don't, we can get you one. But like Tracy or Liz, my two lovely ladies, if you guys have your link things up, and if you don't mind, go ahead and pop some links there in chat of fellow YouTubers, you know, our brothers and sisters, and share it out, because sometimes, you know, people come here looking for one thing and they find something else, or they find a connection to something else that suits their fancy more. So oh, all right, well, and that's fine.
What?
That YouTube is doing that to us now. We trust you all.
Yeah, we do. We trust all you guys.
So yeah, so this is, you know, we want to build each other up, and so drop the links, you know, and perhaps somebody will see it here that hasn't seen it anywhere else. If you guys don't know who Jeff Riddle is, please do check him out. That man was part of the inspiration for us to actually finally get up here and do this after talking about it for so long and not doing anything about it. He was probably one of our main inspirations for finally getting up here and doing that. And we just love him, and he's about helping people. And he does it in his way, and it's beautiful. And we thank you, Jeff, for everything that you do. Yeah, Carl rocks. I love his conversation. He's got great conversation.
He's got a cool
Camo,
name.
you're gonna have to get here with us and talk someday. What's that?
I said he's got a cool name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I love Camo too.
He's like a treasure trove of knowledge. He really is. I want to talk to him, pick his brain. All right. So I can't see what's going on
there we are.
If we're here, there.
We have to shut YouTube off there because
sorry,
really puts a drag on the streaming.
Yeah.
Since we have to hotspot it.
Well, hey y'all, I'm going to go ahead and back out of here. I got some more things I need to do today, but appreciate you letting me come up and chit chat for a while.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. You're welcome anytime. If you guys have not checked out Farmer's Son Prepping, go check him out. Yeah, he's a really cool guy. As you can tell, he's awesome to talk to. He'll talk to you about anything too, I think. So thank you for coming on. We really appreciate you.
No problem. No problem.
You guys have a great weekend. Yeah, you too.
Have a good one.
I'm hitting the button.
All right. Anybody else want to come on and chat? Like I said, we're just having a lazy Saturday chat day. Yeah, I know, right, Camo? Been through the gamut. It doesn't matter what label they put you on. You already know where you're at, right? Does who have a link? Oh, Farmer's Son Prepping.
He does, and I have to get it added to our mod list.
But we will get it.
It's a mod list that we have together, but
it was the same.
We have his link.
It was the same as his name though. Farmer's Son Prepping.
Yep, that's his channel name.
Yeah, and he's really cool. He's talked to us. We've been on a couple other, shows with him and stuff, and he's a really good guy, and he's just, share that knowledge, help folks out, and that's what it's about.
Thanks for hitting that thumbs up too, guys. Appreciate it.
And thank you, our lovely mods. We love you all.
And share.
Yeah, Camo, we would love to have a conversation with you. We're probably running a bit long today. We try not to run into Jeff's because we go right over to Jeff's after we're done.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be ending this here real quick here.
Yeah, we probably
I've got stuff to do as well.
All right. Well, we do love you guys, though. And we hope you got something useful today. And Camo, maybe you want to come up and talk tomorrow if you're here. I'd love to pick your brain, sir. So we're gonna get off here for now, and then we'll see you guys over at Jeff Riddle if he's on today, and if not, then we'll see you at Liberty tonight. And mwah, much love and blessings. Have a great afternoon and evening.
See you guys.
We're trying to play our ending.
Our outro. Here it comes.
Oh, Marie.